Hey y'all, I've started a new YouTube channel where I cook foods from video games, bringing the console to the kitchen. There's a link in the description, and if you like what you see, I'd be real appreciative if you subscribed. Let's get baked at Dakon's Bakehouse. Hey there, lunatics. Today we are going to fight Omoroth, the Sea Titan. Now let's talk stats real quick. On standard mode, Omoroth has got a little over 90,000 hit points, and their whirlwind attack does between 185 and 225 points of damage. Now, Omoroth is immune to knockback, stun, and slippery movement, just like pretty much every boss is. Now, if you're fighting Omoroth on hard mode, she's got over 136,000 hit points and does 369 to 451 points of damage with her whirlwinds. Omoroth also summons giant tentacles, which can attack and do damage to the player. During Standard Edition, they have 688 health and do between 224 and 272 points of damage. On hard mode, they have just over 1,000 points of health and will do between 447 and 545 points of damage. They are also immune to knockback, just like Omoroth is. So first thing we want to do is we need to figure out where are we going to find Omoroth, and once we do find her, how are we going to summon her and defeat her? So what you're going to want to do is go to your holographic statue NPC, where you craft all of your scanners. To summon Omoroth, you need to craft an expert lure that takes a purple bait, 20 spicy bait, 20 sweet bait, 20 glowing bait, 20 octarine bars, 10 ancient gemstones. All of the baits that you need can be crafted at the bait workbench and are relatively cheap. The only exception is the purple bait. Purple bait can be found at the fisherman NPC and are only 10 ancient coins. Additionally, you're going to want to craft the Omoroth the Sea Titan scanner, which you could craft at the hologram workbench for 10 ancient gemstones, 10 mechanical parts, and 10 seashells. Using the scanner will reveal the exact location of Omoroth, making your life a whole lot easier. Now, Omoroth has to be fished up, and her arena is covered in water, so you're going to want to bring a speedboat with you, and you're going to want to bring a galaxite fishing rod so that you can actually summon this boss. The expert lure is equipped in your offhand while you are fishing the boss up, and then you'll need to re-equip whatever your offhand item is, as it will be used up when you summon the boss. Now for this fight, I've gone ahead and I've used kind of an attack speed build, where I'm using the tassel set, as well as the mold vein necklace for some range damage, the polished gold crystal ring for, again, some ranged speed and damage, and the skull ring again for extra attack speed. I'm using the quill rifle because it is an extremely fast ranged weapon, and the Omoroth fight is a fight that you want to get over as quickly as you can, so you want to be doing a lot of damage fast. So you either need very high DPS attack speed damage build, or you need the kind of build where you're doing a lot of damage per hit, so slower, heavier weapons, for example, will work. This fight will work just fine with melee, range summons, magic, explosives. It's all good with any of them. You just need to be doing a lot of damage quickly, because Omoroth's whirlwind attack doesn't go away. She just keeps summoning more and more whirlwinds as the fight goes on, which can get it to a point where you're getting overwhelmed by the amount of whirlwinds that are out on the battlefield. So you need to get this fight over before you get overwhelmed. I'm using a wide range of buff foods as well for the fight, which I highly recommend using if this is your first time fighting this boss, as the buff foods will make a huge difference. I also got my skill in ranged at around 78, although you can get away with doing this in like the 50s or 60s on a skill, but I got mine a little bit higher. Just the higher the better, really. So you're going to grab your galaxite fishing rod, and you need to fish into the central whirlpool. Once you fish it up, Omoroth will come. Make sure you swap out your expert lure for your offhand item, and then switch back to your main weapon. Omoroth is going to move around at the various whirlpools, and she gives you a few seconds to kind of get started before she starts spitting out all of her whirlwinds. It gives you a chance to swap your offhand item out. But you're basically going to avoid the whirlwinds and do as much damage to Omoroth as you can. She's also going to periodically summon her tentacles, which will appear throughout the battlefield. You're just going to avoid those as well. Keep an eye on your health, and she's going to enrage at 50%. At that point, she's going to summon even more tentacles and even more whirlwinds. So speed, once again, is of the essence. I recommend staying near the central whirlpool during the fight, so that you always have an idea of where Omoroth is and where Omoroth is moving to. You just got to avoid those whirlwinds. They're the biggest challenge. Burn the boss down, and there you go. One Omoroth, real easily defeated on hard mode. Now let's take a look at Omoroth's loot. The very first time that you defeat Omoroth, you will receive the Soul of Omoroth, which gives you a 3% chance on ranged hit to spawn a tornado. This is a wonderful ability and one I highly recommend getting as soon as you can, because this will add so much damage. The tornado spins doing a bunch of damage. It's a very fast attack speed, and its damage is based on your damage. Additionally, Omoroth drops the Floating Titan's Chest, which is a normal, double chest, Titan's Chest, but it can be placed on ground or water, which is really, really cool. I love it, as it's just gives you a new place that you can put your chests. It's also a chance for Omoroth to drop Omoroth's necklace, Omoroth's ring, Omoroth's beak, and the Omoroth armor set, helm, chestplate, and leg armor, as well as the crescent necklace or the moonstone. Now, Omoroth's beak is really, really good for melee users. The ring is a pretty good boss ring. And the armor, honestly, the armor is not great. It's got some decent stats, some attack speed, some damage boosts. The set bonus is awful. The crescent necklace is an okay necklace for magic users, but you'll have better. And the moonstone is also a very niche thing for magic users, but it does have its uses. I actually do have a moonstone build. You're also going to get some ancient gemstones, octarine ore, gold ore, and a giant squid eye. Additionally, there's a chance that she'll drop the anchor axe, which is a good axe. And although it's not better than, I think, the battle axe, it's still one of the better axes. So it's worth getting. You can get the figurine as well as beast boosters, which are common off of all bosses. While I think Omoroth may be the toughest of all of the Titan bosses, I think that she's one that can easily be defeated with proper buff food, gear that's at least level 12, as well as planning, so that you use the strategies that I went over here, as well as any others that work well for your playstyle, and I think you will find that you'll take this boss down in absolutely no time. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Thank you so much for joining us today. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay crazy, everybody.